You want to leave the legacy to just hard work works. You want to empty the bucket every day. I mean, you don't want to leave nothing back. Give it everything you got, try as hard as you can, bring somebody along with you. So just help as many people, show as many people what agriculture is really about, and show people that look like us that it's not as hard as you think it is. Just come try it. What we got going on here in Bonneville is we've got a 3-acre market garden, 3 high tunnels. We raise a mixture of livestock, mixture of vegetables. Vegetables, anything from collard greens to tomatoes to cucumbers, squash, purple oil peas, green beans. Livestock, we raise rabbits, chickens, beef cows, stockers, feeder pigs, sows, hog to finish. So a very diverse operation here so far. The core was in Hodgenville. My parents were tobacco farmers. As they got older and got to doing their public jobs, they allowed me to rent the farm. And that's when I started with, we had maybe a half-acre garden, and we was always more cows. So we had 10 cows or 5 cows, and a handful of pigs, just a hodgepodge of different things. And then slowly, you rented some ground. And then as you rented ground, the cattle production increased, and then the pig production increased. The passion is beef cattle, but as things have progressed, we're known more for our vegetables because that's something that's not done by typical farmers now are doing more row cropping. And so this is something that not a lot of farmers are in the market gardening. As time progresses, that's probably something that we're getting known for more. Our meeting, the gentleman from Kentucky State, he told us about vegetables. We got started in this vegetable thing, and once it got started, it was just a snowball. Every year you say you're not gonna get any bigger, but your customer base gets bigger. So then once we moved here, the vegetable thing just slowly got a little bigger, a little bigger, and a little bigger, and before you know it, we got 3 or 4 acres of vegetables, 2 or 3 H2A workers, and an 18-week market garden, basically. With Kentucky State, we've dealt with Steve Skelton on the chicken, rabbits. He's come on the farm and helped show us how to lay out different projects. We've dealt with Joni on the grant program 2 different times. We got our first high tunnel through NRCS, and I think it was 2014, maybe 2013. And then we've added another. This one was through NRCS, and then the third one was through a grant through Black Soil. Long term, when we started, you took everything to the stockyards. Now we don't take anything to the stockyards. Everything we sell at the auction is because it's an overflow. Our market, everything that we market, the way we pay our bills, is direct market to consumer. That's where we've changed the most. The thing we've seen the most is I went from being the youngest minority farmer in the group where all my mentors and all my peers were 30 years old. Now we're seeing people that look like me come back to the farm, people with having an interest. And so that's probably been the biggest change that I've seen in the last 3 to 4 years is guys from their 20s and 30s and women that are black or Hispanic that want to do farming again. So that's great to me. To think about the guys that I knew, I remember sitting at the conference looking at some of these guys and them being my mentors. Like, man, I want to be like him one day. I want to be like him. I want to be like her. Even like with the Millers, Miss Millers of Garden Machine. So seeing these people, and now you get to put your name with their name, it just makes me reflect on all of them that did stuff to help me get here. I mean, when you got a mother and a grandmother like I've got, it's great there. So, but farming, if they were my mentors on my character, how you treat people, how you want to be, what to stand for, what not to stand for. But my farming mentors had to be Steve Graves and Billy Curl. When we started our meat business, it was kind of on a humbug, and I remember calling Steve Graves at the time, telling him what I was going to do, and he owned the butcher shop at the time. He was like, well, what do you want me to do? He said, you can butcher them, pay me later. I said, well, I don't have any freezers. Well, he said, I got some old freezers behind the building, so we were duct taping cords to these freezers, trying to get started, and he was right there beside me the whole time. And so, I mean, just stuff like that these guys had done for me. You hope that you can do half as much for other people as those 2 in particular did for me. Don't quit. Don't ever quit. I mean, you're gonna fail, but fall forward. Every time you fall, you're gonna be seasoned better for some more adversity. It's gonna be better tomorrow.